Lightning crackled, thunder roared. It was not a storm of the mortal realm. This was the tempestuous backdrop of the divine council meeting. High atop Mount Olympus, the deities gathered. The air crackled with anticipation. Jupiter's reign was ending. A new deity would soon ascend to the Christ throne. The deities were a sight to behold. Some shimmered with celestial light, others bore the rugged aspects of nature. Each one was a testament to the prayers and beliefs of humanity. They were the living embodiments of hope, fear, love, and everything in between. The hall was alive with whispers. An undercurrent of tension ran through the assembled deities. The Christ throne was not just a seat of power, it was a mantle of responsibility. The deity who occupied it would guide the fate of humanity. The weight of this responsibility hung heavy in the air. The council herald, a being of pure sound and light, called for order. His voice resonated through the hall. It silenced the whispers and focused everyone's attention. With a graceful gesture, he began the roll call. Each deity's name was a testament to their nature, deity of joy. The deity in question, radiating warmth and laughter, bowed their head in acknowledgement. Deity of wisdom. An ancient figure, eyes filled with knowledge, nodded their assent. The process continued. Each name echoed the hopes and fears of mortals. For every human prayer, a corresponding deity was born. A prayer for courage birthed the deity of valor. A plea for understanding brought forth the deity of knowledge. Humanity's collective consciousness was the lifeblood of the divine. But as the roll call progressed, a chilling truth emerged. Several thrones remained empty. The deities of mercy, deceit, profit, war, betrayal, suppression, and discovery were missing. A collective gasp went through the assembly. This was unheard of. The silence was deafening. Empty thrones were not a mere anomaly. They signified a momentous event. It meant that these deities had chosen to descend to the mortal realm. They had taken on human form. Whispers erupted again. Speculation filled the air. Why would any deity willingly relinquish their immortality? The answer lay in the very purpose of the Christ throne. For while deities held immense power, they were bound by their nature. The deity of joy, for instance, could inspire happiness but not manipulate free will. To influence human consciousness directly, a deity had to become mortal. They needed to walk among humans, experience their joys and sorrows, their triumphs and failures. Only then could they truly understand the complexities of the human heart. And only then could they hope to guide humanity towards a better future. Becoming mortal was a double-edged sword. It granted the deity immense influence, yet it also came at a great cost. A deity in human form was subject to all the frailties and temptations of mortals. Their divine essence remained, but it was veiled. They had to rely on their wits, their charm, and their understanding of human nature to achieve their goals. The missing deities had walked the earth for centuries. They had influenced kings and queens, inspired artists and revolutionaries, and left their mark on history. But their divine origins remained a secret, known only to themselves and their fellow deities. Now, as the time for choosing the next ruler approached, their presence on earth took on a new significance. They were the wild cards, the unpredictable elements in the divine equation. The deities assembled on Mount Olympus could only watch and wait. The fate of the Christ throne, and with it the destiny of humankind, rested in the hands of these mortal gods. History was a tapestry woven with threads of divine influence. The deities, in their mortal guises, had shaped events from the shadows.
Their actions were subtle, often disguised as chance encounters or strokes of luck.
But to those who knew where to look, their presence was unmistakable.
There were whispers of Jesus, the deity of mercy, his touch evident in acts of kindness and compassion.
Yet, these acts were often intertwined with whispers of Judas Iscariot, the deity of betrayal. A misplaced trust here, a broken promise there, and the scales of justice tipped.
Was this simply the nature of humanity, or was there a more insidious hand at play?
The council pondered the implications. Had Jesus, in his desire for a more compassionate world, allied himself with Judas?
Had he learned that sometimes even the noblest goals require sacrifice and compromise?
The possibility was unsettling. It challenged the very foundation of their divine understanding. Section 6. The Iron Fist of War. Then there was war. His presence resonated through the ages. From the battlefields of ancient empires to the trenches of modern warfare, his influence was undeniable. He thrived on conflict, on the clash of ideologies and the thirst for power. One name echoed louder than others: Constantine, the Roman emperor who, in the 4th century AD, had a vision of the Christian cross and embraced the faith. Constantine's conversion had profound consequences. It paved the way for Christianity to become the dominant religion of the Roman Empire, and eventually, much of the world. The deities recognized the hand of war in Constantine's story. The emperor was a conqueror, a man driven by ambition and a thirst for unity. War, it seemed, had understood that to shape the world, one needed not just brute force, but also the power of belief. Section 7. A throne built on faith. By aligning himself with the burgeoning Christian faith, War had achieved a masterful stroke. He had harnessed the power of belief, turning it into a weapon of conquest. Constantine's embrace of Christianity had not been about spiritual enlightenment. It had been a strategic move, a way to unite a fractured empire under a single banner. And what of the other missing deities? How had they played their parts in this grand, unfolding drama? Had prophets seen an opportunity in the rise of Christianity, a chance to amass wealth and influence? Had suppression found a tool to silence dissent and enforce conformity? The implications were staggering. The deities in their mortal forms had not simply been living out human lives. They had been shaping the very fabric of human history, pulling the strings from the shadows. And now, as the time for choosing a new ruler approached, their actions carried even greater weight. Section 8. Echoes of the Divine. The deities assembled on Mount Olympus were left to grapple with these unsettling truths. The empty thrones were not merely a symbol of absence. They were a reminder of the complex and often contradictory nature of humanity. The deities who had walked the earth understood this better than anyone. The question remained, what kind of deity would emerge from this crucible of human experience? Would it be a deity of compassion and forgiveness? Or one of ambition and ruthlessness? Or perhaps something altogether different? A deity forged in the fires of human complexity, capable of understanding and guiding humanity in ways that the deities on Mount Olympus could only dream of. Section 9. The Unfolding Drama. As the storm raged on outside the Grand Hall, the deities knew that a new chapter was about to begin. The drama of the divine was unfolding on the stage of human history, and the outcome was far from certain. They could only watch and wait, their own fates intertwined with the choices and actions of their mortal counterparts. The Christ throne awaited its new occupant, and the world held its breath. Voiceover. Section 10. The Ascension of Jesus. In a divine twist, the deities of betrayal and war played pivotal roles in the ascension of Jesus, the new Christ. Their actions, though seemingly contradictory, were essential in fulfilling the prophecy and elevating Jesus to his rightful place among the divine. As betrayal's whispers led to the ultimate sacrifice, and war's chaos paved the way for a new era, their intertwined fates revealed the complexity of the divine plan. The storm outside began to calm, symbolizing the dawn of a new chapter. The Christ throne, once empty, now welcomed its new occupant with a radiant light. In this moment, the deities and mortals alike realized that every action, every choice, had led to this divine culmination. The world, having held its breath, could now exhale in the presence of the ascended Jesus. The divine assembly stood in awe, acknowledging the intricate tapestry woven by fate, betrayal, and war. The prophecy had been fulfilled, and the new Christ reigned supreme, bringing hope and faith to a world in need. And so, the story of the divine continued, forever intertwined with the mortal realm, as the ascended Jesus took his rightful place among the stars.